What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Turf Therapy. So it's fall. You're gearing up for either lawn renovations, which is why my lawn looks a bit under the weather right now, or you're preparing to flip your crops, which is why my garden boxes up there look so thin. Nothing died, everything did exactly what it was supposed to do. I had a really good spring and summer, especially for a first-year gardener. In the lawn, you saw how that performed really well. Now the lawn, my success in the lawn, I have to kind of credit it to me taking the time to do a soil test this season. Yeah, because the year before, I didn't do a soil test and I kind of just winged it. And I later found out that I was giving my soil things that I didn't necessarily need to give it. In addition, you guys know that I do my own worm castings, right? So I teamed up with MySoil and I figured I'd ask them for a kit out of curiosity just to see what those soil test results would look like if I tested my castings. I'll throw the results to that up on the screen. Now, mysoiltesting.com is where you can pick up one of these kits. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll tell you how you can get one for free. Yeah, that's right, free. As you can see, they lay it out in a very user-friendly, easy to read, easy to digest for the average backyard gardener or front yard gardener, and also for the average lawn care enthusiast. Now, this test isn't the holy grail to test, no, but it's perfect for the person who's just getting started and you don't really want to buff through all the mumbo jumbo. And the most important takeaway that I think that you can find on these tests is to find out what micro and macro nutrients you are deficient on, or you have plenty of, where you can save you a little bit of money, especially when we're talking about phosphorus and you're up for a fall renovation when it comes to this lawn game. And then additionally, your pH. See, now you'll hear a lot of people talk about it. If your pH isn't right, you're fighting an uphill battle. Doesn't mean that you can't grow. Doesn't mean that you can't make things thrive. But I ask you this, as a gardener, have you tried to place blueberries, azaleas, all those acidic soil loving plants and failed? Possibly because your pH was out of whack, right? So that is why I do soil tests. That is why I will continue to do soil tests when applicable. Remember, you don't need to do it every season. Soil tests are generally good from anywhere for 2 to 4 years, unless you've done some major things into your profile to where you might need to do another one. So you spend $10 to $20, small investment on the front end to ensure the most success that you can have, and you know before you grow. That's right, guys. So if you're starting a garden this year and you're planting things in ground specifically, because most of the things that we buy in bags that's already ready to go is properly balanced. You don't need to do a soil test on that. Now, if you're dropping plants in the ground, like in the soil, or even if you're starting a no-dig garden where your roots will eventually end up in the soil, this is where I'm going to encourage you to do a soil test. Now, if you consider yourself a little bit more advanced, I'm going to point you to the same direction that I always point you, which is your local county extension office. Reach out to them, get in touch with them, see who they recommend for your area, because those tests are going to get a little bit more specific. In addition to getting your pH for your soil profile and the macros and micronutrients, what you'll also most likely get from their local extension office is going to be your buffer capacity, which is essential to when you are trying to adjust your pH to the left or to the right. Your CEC, which gives you a good hold on what your soil profile is and how well you can retain or lock up nutrients. I'm not going to get into all the science of that, and to be quite honest, I don't need to. There's people out there who do it much better than I. So if you made it here, this is what I want you to do. If you have not gotten your soil test done for your fall renovations yet, or for your fall garden prep, and you're interested to see what your soil profile looks like, I want you to put a hashtag MySoil and let me know how you plan to use it, whether it be in your garden or in your lawn. Yeah, that's it. Just put hashtag MySoil by itself, and then just let me know if you win the kit, how you plan on using it. I'm going to conduct the drawing in 3 days from this release, and I will go live and tell you who the winner is, right? So we'll give away 1 soil test kit to a lucky gardener or lawn care enthusiast, whomever you may be, in preparations in hopes that it will help you either A, save money on the front end, learning that you don't necessarily need to use a starter for it possibly, or B, saving money on the back end by not watching your plants struggle with things like blossom end rot or unproductive plants that aren't giving you fruit the way that you want. No blooms and blossoms, so to speak. Does that make sense? All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps this video up. I thank you for stopping by for another episode of Turf Therapy, where we're healing lawns and souls. And I'll see you next time for your weekly dose of therapy with Rob.